What's up everyone, it's Kyle from Color Expression, back with another swatch and review. Today we'll be looking at the Winter Resort collection from ILNP, which was their first of 2 winter collections for this season. This one consisted of 6 sort of Crellie jelly holographic shades. They were not like anything I had ever seen personally, so I was really excited to get my hands on these, or get these on my hands and bring this video to you guys. If you don't know much about ILNP, they are an independent nail polish brand that is based out of the USA. They are vegan and cruelty-free, and their formula is 7-free. All of the shades in this video will become permanent parts of the ILNP lineup, so if you want to grab any for yourself, head over to the links in the description where you can grab them. They are available for $10 USD individually, or you can grab the whole set for $60 USD. Of course, if you're new here and you enjoyed this video today, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos, and while you're down there, you should definitely give this video a like. Alright, I think it's time we get into these swatches. So for today's video, I'm going to use my Orly Bonder base coat. Don't feel like you need a peelie for these, even though there's kind of little hollow flecks in them. They're gonna remove super easily with just your normal acetone or nail polish remover. First up in the collection is Knitted. So like I mentioned in the intro, these all have, well, all but one have a Crellie base that then in there has all these hollow flecks. So this specific one is a bit of a sort of muted nudie pink shade, I guess you could say. And as you build it up, I did find that 2-coat coverage looked really good for this. For the most part, all of these were 2 coats. I found that the base here really built up well, so you still get a lot of hollow shining through, but you also get that coverage almost as if it was a cream polish. So I did really like that about these formulas. I was pretty impressed by them, honestly, once I started using them. But here you can see we have our 2-coat full coverage, and I loved the glossiness of these. I loved the little hollow shine that we get coming through. It was just so pretty and very nice and truly wintry, in my opinion. I think that this was great for a winter resort collection. Next up, we will look at Toasted, which is very similar to the last shade, but it's almost as if you took out those pink undertones. So we get that Crellie base again, we get all those hollow flecks, and I did find 2-coat coverage with this one as well. But you can see that base is much more of a sort of like a latte color, I guess you could say, like a latte with milk. So I do really love this shade. I felt like it looked pretty good on me. It's personally not something that I would reach for very often, just because if I'm gonna go hollow, you know, I'm gonna go with something a little bit more punchy, in my opinion, that really shows off that hollow. But there was a bunch of those glitters in here, so I really liked the payoff that we got in those 2 coats. And you might just barely see a little bit of that nail line with 2 coats, but I felt like that looked really good. I felt like that perfectly encompassed what this polish was meant to be, so I liked that softness and just subtlety, but it's also really beautiful. Next up we have Timber, which I know it's not meant to be read that way, more just like timber like wood, but I can't help reading it. But like, a tree's falling, watch out, which has me begging to ask the question, if a tree falls in the forest and no one is around to hear it, did it make a sound? Let me know down below. But back to this polish, we have the non-Crellie base for this collection. So you can see as we were applying that first coat, this one had way more of a sheer base. So this one is actually a jelly that has, I'd say, even more hollow than the last 2 did, because look at this. There's so much hollow going on the nail with each coat, and because this one has that even sheerer base, you're seeing through each coat to the hollow below. So we get this really cool dimensional brown buildup of glitter, and I think this one is so beautiful. Like I mentioned earlier, a darker base is gonna show off hollow really well, so I love it about this one. It just makes those rainbows shine, and it's so glittery and glossy and smooth, and oh, this one is just so beautiful. Definitely one of my favorites for the collection. Of the like neutral side, these first 3, this one's definitely my favorite. It's so stunning. Just look at that. It's I don't even have words. It's just so beautiful. Let's just look at it. Yeah, wasn't that nice? Moving on to the 3 blue leaning shades in this collection. First, we will look at Aspen. So this is the lightest of the 3, and we get that Crellie base again, but I did feel for this one. You can see on this first coat, it's just a little bit more sheer than I felt the first 2 were, and maybe that's to do with my stained nails or the length or, you know, whatever it is, but I did like this one in 3 coats. So the swatches in this video and that full hand shot, that's going to be 3 coats of this shade, which not a problem in my opinion. I think that this one is such a beautiful base color. We get this soft muted blue, but it's really light and kind of fun at the same time. So the next 2 are going to be a little bit darker and broodier, but this one is just that really beautiful light blue, slightly like maybe like 4% green leaning, I guess you could say. It's like a little bit teal. So I love this one overall. And again, with that hollow in here, it's just such a beautiful finished look. Next up, we have Rain, like as in rain royalty, but the wordplay also is so good here because this one kind of looks like rain to me. I love this base color we're getting. So we have that Crellie base and all those hollow flecks in here, but I'd say this one is almost a gray that then had blue added to it. It seems like it could have been blue that they kind of muted or darkened or something, but I really feel like this one started out gray and then slowly became blue, if that makes sense. I don't know, that might just be me, but I loved the coverage on this one. I felt that 3 coats did look the best for me. You can see up at the top there was just a little bit of patchiness, so I did throw on a 3rd coat, but again, nail length, shape, all that stuff is gonna kind of determine your own personal experience for that. So I like to give you guys my experience, what I went through using polishes, so that can help you judge what you want to buy or try out, or, you know, all that good stuff. But I love this shade. I love the darkness to it. It's so stunning, and because it is that bit of a darker blue, those hollow flecks, they just light up and shine so beautifully. And again, these were all so glossy in this collection. I'm obsessed with just this whole thing. I love this collection. Rounding it out, we will look at Snowstorm. So by far, this one was my absolute favorite out of these 6 that we looked at today. The base color that we're getting here, you can see as I'm putting it on the nail right now, this is such a pretty, beautiful,
brilliant, incredible, amazing
blue. It's like a dark teal, but it's just so rich and packed with those hollow flecks in here. They stand out so nicely. They look like little pieces of snow falling in a snowstorm. It's just, this one is absolutely perfect. Like if there was a winter polish of my dreams, I almost feel like it would be this one. This is just, it's so beautiful. It's so comforting and cozy and right up my alley. Like I'm just all around obsessed with this shade. It's so gorgeous. So I definitely recommend trying out some of these. I think they're so pretty, and the quality for price that you get with ILNP is just unmatched. I love their price point and they're a really good brand. So I say give some of these a shot. Now that we've seen the 6 shades in this collection, I want to know what you guys think, so leave a comment down below. Let me know which one was your favorite. Did you pick any of these up, or seeing them again, are you now maybe thinking of grabbing any of them? I personally didn't really know how I felt about these when I first saw them announced, but once I got them in hand and started using them and saw them in person, I was blown away by the formula and the finished look. I think that they're so unique and cool and just really nice for winter. It's not too in your face, but you still get hollow, you get a nice base color, so I'm definitely a fan of these. Like I mentioned earlier, if you're not already subscribed, I do hope that you'll consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it. We have a lot of fun stuff coming. I can't wait to keep bringing you guys new content, new videos, all sorts of fun stuff. So hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. But I think that's going to be it for this one today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Frosty and cool? Oh, it's frosty. Ew, it looks like I'm choking you. Hey, put your face up like a good girl.